My name's Lydell, and I like to read things. Today we're going to go over the Drake Interplanetary Q&A for the Kraken-Privateer that CIG put out. So we'll read through that together. Special thanks to John Crew and Tony Zervek for answering these questions. Ooh, Tony Zervek. This should be interesting. Citizen Con 2949 Ship Talk. Go watch that video. They talk a little bit more about how trade works and all that such. So Tony Zervek is the guy that leads the Austin studio for the Star Citizen development of the universe, and John Crew leads something with ship design or pipeline or something like that in the UK, I believe. So, can the Privateer conversion kit be removed once applied, restoring the Kraken to its original state? Can you swap back and forth? No, the kit is a full conversion from one variant to another. To convert between the two in-game, you will need to take the Kraken to a capable shipyard, pay a significant fee, and wait for the work to be completed. This is the same mechanic we will have in place for other capital tier ship upgrades and customization. Other capital tier ship upgrades and customization? Ooh baby. Ooh baby. What are the advantages / disadvantages of the Kraken Privateer over the Banu Merchantman? The Kraken's major advantage is the landing pad array that allows it to function completely independently. The downside is in its size. The Merchantman approximately 1/3 smaller than the Privateer currently. I don't know why that would be a downside, because you'd be carrying more stuff and people could land directly on your ship. So, but you're going to need more fuel to be getting in and out of places, and you're going to be able to dock a hell of a lot less places. So, anyway. Will the shops be visited by NPC customers? Yes. It's envisioned that NPCs will make up 90% of the universe. They'll be able to land and traverse locations with various routines and will provide the backbone of the wider economy. Can you detail how shops will be controlled by the player? The very high-level approach will be: choose the shop type, weapons, clothing, etc., hire a shopkeeper, buy stock, set a profit margin, sell to players and NPCs. And more. They forgot to say and more. How will people know you have shops open on your ship? What information will be available on the mobiGlas or map? Currently, there isn't a specific mechanic to allow owners to advertise that their ship is open for business. However, there are plenty of ways to get the word out, including in-game chat and Spectrum. Plus, the Kraken Privateer isn't the most subtle ship, so it should get plenty of passing trade if parked in a high traffic location. I like it. When owners log off, will the Kraken remain online? How will other people take advantage of purchasing, selling, renting, etc. when owners aren't online? The ship will follow the same rule as others for remaining online. If players are on or nearby, it won't be removed for play until various conditions are satisfied. Do I need the Privateer to sell fuel, ammo, weapons, and gear, or can I do that with my normal Kraken, space permitting of course? The regular Kraken can only refuel, rearm, and resupply ships landed on its pads or in its hangar. These supplies come from the Kraken's own stock or cargo grid, so in a very rudimentary sense it can, but it doesn't have any means of safely charging customers. Yeah, and maybe if you did it that way, you could actually carry more stuff in it, because the Kraken itself, you wouldn't have the room for the or I should say you wouldn't have to make room for the shops and stuff. So you feasibly could actually have more if you were going off of having like the ability to trade safely with somebody, but we don't really know how the private, like, player-to-player trade system is going to work. So, though that is an interesting point. So, there's actually a good chance that if you're hauling, like if you're a hauler or something and you just want to move a bunch of ships at the same time for whatever reason that you weren't wanting to use a hull, maybe you could use a Kraken. It would definitely be probably more exciting. Anyway, how big of a ship can fit in the internal hangar? The internal hangars are designed to take ships that fit on the current XS, I think size small, the current size small landing pads, such as the Buccaneer and Herald. Ooh, those aren't big ships. Those are not big ships at all. But that's okay. Are the private stores scannable by law enforcement or other players, or is it shielded to some extent? They're shielded from scanning to make them incredibly hard to detect from the outside. You'd think they would make it scannable so pirates would know how to steal things, but I guess that's part of the gamble, not knowing if the ship has anything on it or not. But anyway, am I able to use whatever parts of the kit I want, or not use others? For instance, can I keep the cargo bay from the Kraken and put 2 shops in place of the Dragonfly bay? No. You cannot mix and match each variant's pieces in one variant or the other, as the corridors and paths between the various areas differ. Ooh, tough luck. Will the shops, ship repair, refueling, and respawn service work if the Kraken stands on a landing platform on a planet? Yes. That should have been obvious. The Kraken and other services work independently of the location they're in. However, as hangars and landing locations have a physical inventory, doing so won't create a way to infinitely resupply ships as implied. Why would that be implied that you could do it infinitely? That doesn't make sense. If you use fuel off the ship or resources off your ship, off the Kraken, in order to fix your own ships, you're clearly gonna have to refuel that stock. It's a realistic game, people. Do we not know what we're playing here? Some people just walked into Star Citizen, apparently. That's okay. Welcome. Will the Privateer have a medical bay? And can one of the shops be a medical clinic to provide medical services? While not originally spec'd to have a med bay, we are considering adding a very low-level facility when we start active production of the interior. Is it the Polaris that has a dedicated med bay? I believe. Because it's a military ship for employment or deployment on the front lines. Does the conversion add any extra security to the internal and external areas of the Kraken due to the added population on board? Aside from the shielded and security patrolled private market, there are no other security features added to the Privateer. Again, why would there be? If you were adding a bunch of security features, it would turn into a prison or like a weird market. Just hire more security guards to walk around, if that's what your concern is. Will this kit be available to earn in-game? That was not a very well understood question. The Privateer isn't just a kit, but an entire hull variant. Like all variants, we plan to make everything obtainable in-game, with the exception of a few limited edition ships and variants. Well, there you go. So I switched myself to the other side so we can see the pictures. Make sure to click the picture, right click, open a new tab, and you can save those as wallpapers. Yay! So other than that, that is the read for tonight, guys. We got another one I'm gonna try to do. I would like to get another person to do the read with me because there's multiple voices required for it, but like most things, I'll probably just have to do it on my own myself. So anyway, I will see you guys later. So do they say around the verse anymore? I don't know. Now that Around the Verse is actually over, it kind of sucks because I miss that show. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Peace. It's envisaged that NPCs will make up 90% of the universe. I don't know what that means, so we're going to say that's envisioned.